Welcome back. Today we will configure Ansible Lightspeed. A few months back I have created a video on how to prepare a Windows machine for WSL and install Ansible. Today we will use Ubuntu as base operating system and install Ansible. There is more in this video. We will configure Ansible Lightspeed with IBM Watson Code Assistance. Ansible Lightspeed with Watson Code Assistant is a generative AI service designed by and for Ansible platform. One of the features is, it accepts natural language prompts entered by a user to create the code. Isn't that amazing? IBM Watson's foundation models, which is built on Ansible best practices, is used to process the data entered by user and transform it in the form of code. To make use of Ansible Lightspeed there are a few prerequisites. 1. Microsoft Visual Studio Code Editor, which is available for Windows, Mac, Linux. 2. Ansible VS Code extension. 3. A trial or paid subscription to the Red Hat Ansible automation platform. Ansible Red Hat documentation has all the details needed to sign up. I have cloned a Ubuntu VM in my workstation, which we will configure as our Ansible control node. Ubuntu version I have used is 24.04. Our Ubuntu VM is up and will log in to complete the steps to install Ansible. Search for terminal and launch. We can also pin terminal to dashboard. Next, open a browser. In this case we are using the default browser Mozilla to download VS Code Editor. In Google search engine search for VS Code and use the first search hit to download VS Code. Download the right package. We will download the .deb package, which is for Ubuntu. The download should not take long since it is just over 90 megabytes. We have downloaded our first prerequisite versus code. Next we will open terminal. We will check the version of Python on Ubuntu. Command to check Python 3 version. We already has the most recent Python 3 version installed. Next we will install Ansible. We are going to use apt package manager. We are installing the full version of Ansible. One can use Ansible Core as well, which depends on the business need. Ansible Core does not have all the libraries included. The installation should complete in a few minutes. Ansible installation is complete. We can make use of similar command to check Ansible version. Ansible -- version. We can make use of which command followed by the program to check the path. Which Python 3? Which Ansible? Let's clear the terminal screen first and move to the next step. Let's make a directory to store our Ansible data, such as the inventory file and playbooks for now. Next we will use inbuilt Nano Editor to create our inventory file. The inventory file stores the key information of Ansible managed nodes, server groups, variables, etc. Variables are used by the control node to establish connection and push the configuration written in the playbooks. We have opened our inventory file using Nano Editor. It's time to create the server group first. Let's name it Servers. For this exercise I am using Windows Machine as managed node. We will use WinRM to establish the connection between the control node and managed node. Please check my channel on how to configure WinRM on Windows managed nodes. Let's write the variables for our Windows node. If you closely notice, I am using HTTP and NTLM for authentication, which means we do not need CredSSP enabled. Our inventory file is ready. Let's run a ping check to confirm successful communication between control and managed node. Awesome, we have a successful ping response, pong from the managed node. Our Ansible control node and managed node are all set, and we can run playbooks. Let's install VS Code, which we have downloaded earlier. We will use dpkg manager to install the .deb package. This installation should not take long. Let's check for VS Code app in Show Apps. Once VS Code is located, we can launch it and pin to dashboard as well. Let's install the second prerequisite, Ansible VS Code extension. Inside the VS Code extension section, search for Ansible. Install the Ansible extension certified by Red Hat. Once the extension is installed, we will see a Welcome Getting Started page for Ansible extension. Close all the open window panes and click on the Ansible icon. We now have Ansible Creator pane open. Click on Getting Started. Looks like we have some issue with Ansible Content Creator. The system is not able to meet the prerequisite. Ansible Creator is not found. There is instruction to install the missing Ansible creator using Python's pip package manager. If we click on the suggestion, a terminal opens within the VS Code editor and it says command not found. Switch to our terminal window and let's try to install the Ansible creator version needed. Let's try apt package manager to install Ansible creator just like we did Ansible installation earlier. Package not found. Let's try pip manager again. First confirm if pip manager is installed by running pip -- version. Since pip is not found, let's install pip first. Alright, pip manager is installed successfully. Let's now go back to our original objective to install Ansible creator, which is missing. We will try and install it via pip manager. Well, we have an error, it cannot be installed on externally managed environment. In the next video we will fix this error. I am not a Linux expert, but I will advise not to use -- break -- system - packages variable to fix it.